on fire as Simon Ekpa allegedly reveals identity of APC politician slash founder of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Ooh. Good day, my people. How na day? Hope na day okay. How's work been? Those of us that are here to start, how do you feel the day is going to be like? Well, today's story is Simon Ekpa revealing to us the founder slash politician of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Now, we all know what Boko Haram is. Boko Haram has terrorized a lot of us. Was it in 2014 or 15 where they kidnapped the Chibok girls? It was not a very good experience, and it is not ideal for a country. So, for you to tell us now that the founder of that group is actually a politician in our country is wowing. A recent statement has accused the Nigerian government's vice president of failing in his diplomatic mission at the United Nations General Assembly, NGA. The statement, attributed to a faction critical of the administration, alleged that the vice president's efforts to solicit support at the international forum were unsuccessful. According to the group, rather than transparently addressing the media about the outcome of the mission, the Nigerian delegation resorted to falsehood and misrepresentation as claimed by the critics. The accusation is presented in harsh terms, referring to the Nigerian government as a terrorist state. Can you imagine? And drawing connections to past controversial figures and events. This inflammatory rhetoric underscores the ongoing tension and mistrust between the administration and its opponents, who have repeatedly criticized government action and diplomatic initiatives on both national and international fronts. The statement went on to criticize the Nigerian delegation for allegedly distorting the facts surrounding their mission at the UNGA, suggesting that they were not forthcoming about their objectives and the results of their engagement with other international stakeholders. While details of the Vice President's agenda at the General Assembly were not fully elaborated in the statement, the group's accusations hint at a broader discontent with the administration's handling of critical national and international issues. The UNGA, an annual gathering of world leaders to discuss global priorities and challenges, often serve as a platform for nations to speak support, strengthen diplomatic ties, and advocate for their positions on various international matters. However, the statement implies that the Nigerian delegation efforts at the event were not well received and that any successes they claimed were either overstated or entirely fabricated. The critique of the Nigerian's vice president's conduct at the UNGA has also highlights the larger narrative of disillusionment amongst certain factions within and outside Nigeria. Such groups have often questioned the legitimacy of the administration's policies, branding the government with labels that reflect their perception of oppression, insecurity, and economic mismanagement. For them, the vice president's performance at the international stage symbolizes what they see as a broader pattern of failure and deception. However, it's what noting that these accusations come from a standpoint of deep opposition to the Nigerian state, and the language used is reflective of that antagonism. This type of rhetoric is not uncommon among critics of the government, particularly those who view the administration action through a lens of distrust and opposition. The term terrorist state is frequently employed by those who reject the authority of the central government and seek to delegitimize its operation and international standing. The controversy surrounding the vice president's alleged failed mission at the Onga is emblematic of the polarized nature of Nigeria's politics. While the official narrative from government sources may emphasize achievement and diplomatic gains, the constructing viewpoints from opposition group paint a starkly different picture. One that suggests incompetence and dishonesty. As the fallout from this episode continues, the Nigerian government may face increasing scrutiny both domestically and internationally. The use of strong language by critics, such as calling the vice president's mission a failed one and accusing the administration of lying to the public, could have implications for the administration's credibility. If the allegations gain traction, they could further strain the government's efforts to project a positive image on the global stage and weaken its ability to secure international support on key issues. In the wake of these accusations, the government might need to address the claims head on, providing clarity on what was actually discussed and achieved during the vice president's engagement at the Onga. Failure to do so could deepen existing division and reinforce the narrative that the administration is disconnected from the realities on the ground and unwilling to engage transparently with its citizens. Ultimately, the incident highlights the challenges the Nigerian government face in managing its international reputation amidst persistent domestic discontent and the complex dynamics of internal opposition. As this story develops, it will be crucial to see how the government responds to this sharp criticism and whether it can counter the narrative being advanced by its detractors. This is from the S page of Simon Ekpa, the founder of Boko Haram, the vice president of Nigeria terrorist state, failed mission at the UN General Assembly, and instead of telling the media what they solicited for and failed, they lied to them shamelessly as usual. So Ekpa has told us now that the founder of Boko Haram is our own vice president, Shetima. Well, my people, this is all we have for you today. Thank you so much for always tuning in. God bless you. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and share. See you another time. Bye.